We are back live previewing UFC Vegas 2 in the Apex. Jessica Ivey or Cynthia Calvillo. I'm your host, Preston Nectal, as always joined by my co-host, Slaughterhouse1 on Twitter. Jeff Slaughter, how are we doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Hanging out. It's been a long week. Looking forward to this card. Not really, but we'll make the best out of it.
Yeah. This is a rough card. A fight got canceled today. A fighter dropped out yesterday, and then 3 fighters missed weight today.
So 8 fights total.
Yeah,
Gonna be short and sweet today, guys.
So yeah, a lot of different stuff, and then like I said, this should go pretty quick. They moved the start time tomorrow an hour, and it starts at 6 to probably 11 for the full card. So we can start off local guy Anthony Ivey, supposed to fight last week. Now he fights this week, going up against another debutant fighter in Christian Aguilera. Jeff, what do you like here?
So currently the line's at mybookie.ag, and if you're not signed up with MyBookie, go sign up with them and plug in Pub Sports. You'll get 50% off. They'll match your money. There's all kinds of bonuses to choose from, so go ahead and do that. Anyway, so the line's back for Anthony Ivey, come in at minus 200, and Christian Aguilera at plus 160. The over and under is 1.5. Over minus 145, under plus 115. What do you got, Preston?
Yeah, so this one I do like Anthony Ivey here. He's generally the bigger fighter, and I think he's going to use his wrestling. The fights I saw, he had pretty good wrestling, good takedowns. Not as technical a striker as you would think, but decent enough. Christian Aguilera in the fights I watched looked to be a pretty heavy boxer, puncher. Good knockout, and he had a couple good knockouts in LFA. I guess they're about the same level of competition they face, so either guy's kind of right there. But I like Ivey to take this fight to the ground, win a decision. Just try not to exchange in a firefight on the feet, and get it done. I like Ivey here by decision.
Yeah, that's the thing I think exactly is that if Ivey can go ahead and can use his wrestling, because he does have the advantage there. One thing I noticed about him, he likes to throw a bunch of combos moving forward, back his opponent up into the fence, and then shoot for that double leg takedown. Mm-hmm. Once he's there, he's got great position. He can keep you down. Great with his elbows. On the feet, Ivey is, jab, combos walking forward, and a good hook. But I do think Aguilera has the better striking advantage on the feet, slightly maybe with power. But the link could be a problem for him. Ivey has, I think, a 4-inch reach.
Right. Yep.
But the thing is, with Christian Aguilera, he's a powerhouse. So if he can get off hot and clip Ivey, he can knock him out in that first round.
Yeah, and smaller cage, so we've seen a lot of quick fights.
So if that happens, if he gets past the first round, I'm all in on Ivey. But I'm going to go ahead and lean Ivey. I think he has more upside and all around better fighter, in my opinion.
Right. Okay. We move on to a short notice replacement here. Ryan Benoit dropped out on Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. This new guy, Zaruk Adashev, came in as a replacement. Did not make weight today, but he's going up against veteran Tyson Nam.
And him not making weight today, by the way, is totally understandable. He took the fight, 2 days ago?
Yeah, it was Tuesday or Wednesday.
You can't expect more. Now, other fighters that have known about these fights for, full camp, that's pretty pathetic that you can't make weight.
Right, yep.
But, so, we're coming in on mybookie.ag. Tyson comes in at minus 140. Adashev comes in at plus 110. Over and under 2.5. Over minus 170. Under plus 140. Man, I haven't got a chance to watch much of Zaruk, but I kind of like what I did see. He's pretty active, young, aggressive, moves forward. He's a kickboxer, got good striking. The thing I don't like about him is he's a little small versus Tyson Nam. But the other thing with Tyson is, man, he's such a low volume guy. It's so hard to back someone like him.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, he's probably the all around better fighter, but he doesn't use his wrestling much, which he would have the advantage with the size on that. Mm-hmm. He has knockout power. Tyson has knockout power, so that's something you always got to be careful with. and he's real good on his feet, and he has a nice jab, but he just doesn't throw enough for me, man. It's very, very, very fucking hard to back this guy. With that being said, man, with Zaruk coming in on such short notice, unless he outstrikes Tyson Nam on the feet, I think Tyson has the advantage in all aspects, and I think he gets the job done.
Yeah, I think so. This is an interesting line move. It opened Nam around minus 180, dropped dramatically to around like 120, 125. Steadily been getting bet up, and I agree with the line move. This is a pretty big step up in competition for Zaruk. He's pretty fresh. He's only 3-1 in his MMA career, and he's going against a hard, good, durable veteran in Tyson Nam. Was kind of thrown to the wolves a bit. He fought Sergio Pettis. In that fight, he was supposed. I think the UFC wanted him to knock out Pettis. I think that was the goal for Dana, because Pettis then left, went to Bellator, and he actually has been doing well there. And then he got a tough fight in Australia, actually, with Kaikar France. So 2 really tough fights for him. I think he's going to just do a little more. I think he's naturally the bigger guy. I think he'll pick Zaruk apart a bit. Just like I said, with these fights, you don't want to get into a lot of heavy exchanges. If you're technically the better fighter, just stay outside, jab, and win the fight.
The thing is, Tyson needs to throw, because he doesn't throw enough, and he's more always looking to counter. I don't think he can do that with Zaruk, because Zaruk is a pretty established kickboxer. Like, he can outpoint this guy. If it stands on the feet and you just see Adashev going at it constantly, it's going to be a close fucking battle. You don't want to leave that in the judge's hands.
Yeah, and this one could be, like you're saying, one of those classic splits where it's like, oh, who won? And
exactly.
Then if you have the more active fighter,
that's the fucking problem, because if Tyson would use his wrestling and his size, he has a clear advantage there. So maybe he would, and that's the only reason I think I can lean Tyson. Otherwise, you give Zaruk a full fucking camp, I think I would be backing him.
Yeah. So we have Clint from Dired MMA Podcast here checking in. He's saying he's taking Nam, and says Nam can take it to the mat. So
he needs to, because he doesn't throw enough volume, and I'm afraid this guy, Zaruk's going to throw a lot of volume. I do think so.
Yeah. So I do. I think actually Nam is going to be doing more, like you said. Like, he has more ways to win.
Yeah, he does.
And with you have a fighter like that, eventually the coaches, if he's getting killed on the feet
and he's got the reach, he's got the power advantage, he's the bigger dude, and he's got knockout fucking power. So if he does land,
and he was training for Benoit, who's a heavy hitter too.
Yep.
So it's not like this is a huge style clash where now they brought in some huge jiu-jitsu guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree 100%. So
yeah, so it does make sense.
Yeah, it looks like we got it across the board there. So we're good. What's the next fight you got, Preston?
The next fight is, let me make sure, Julia Avila versus Gina Mazzani.
Wow. Okay, this is kind of scary. On mybookie.ag, Julia Avila is minus 666.
Mark of the devil.
So we got Gina. She's coming in at plus 466. The over and under 2.5. Over plus 118. Under minus 148. What do you think?
Yeah, so this is, I don't like women's fights where a favorite is going to be so heavily favored, especially one who, I don't want to say she's not proven, because she has a decent enough record, 7-1, but you're pricing Julia Avila like she's Amanda Nunes. Hell, right now she's favored more than Amanda Nunes was last week against Felicia Spencer. And this Avila girl has had 1 UFC fight. Granted, she looked good, and the girl she fought, Penny Kinzad, came at her, took it to her. Avila was pretty sharp on the feet and just won the fight. And
I think she what? Was it a decision?
It went to a decision, but she hit her with some hard shots that
she definitely won in the striking.
Yeah,
I mean, she does look a little stiff in the striking department though, but she's fucking so athletic, so big, so explosive. She hits hard. I mean,
yeah, that's the big deal. Is if she can maybe crack, I think she'll just crack her harder, crack Mazzani harder. I think Gina's goal in this fight is to try to take it to the ground, and even then, I think Avila will pop back up and just beat her down standing. But you're laying 650. Yeah, that's tough.
That's hard to do.
That's
I mean,
tough. Maybe an inside the distance, but
yeah, and we'll look at those props. But Avila obviously is the clear choice here. I mean, she's bigger, stronger, faster. She's a weight trainer. She lifts weights. She is nasty in the clinch. She's got nasty knees. I mean, everything about her says that she's going to dominate, and the line very well should be that. Although, like Preston said, she's had one fight in the UFC, right? I mean, it's kind of crazy, but we're going to have to go with her. Let's see if there is a good prop there with that, though. Oh, no, nothing yet. No props yet. So
yeah, it seems like
yeah.
Who knows if another fighter's going to just pull out again right on fight day. So
yep. Well,
this
let's
card
move on.
seems to
So
be cursed.
yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So let's move on.
We go to probably, I believe the heaviest bet favorite now, Merab Vashvili taking on Gustavo Lopez. Gustavo comes out of Combate. There's a bit of contract disputes with Campbell McLaren, the owner of Combate, but they I believe they released him from his contract. He's fighting tomorrow for his debut UFC fight against a tough guy in Merab.
Yeah. I don't have those odds yet. I mean, they got so blown out of proportion once he signed this fight. It's like,
yeah, I'm guessing so.
I've seen it from minus 800 to up to 1,000 even.
Yeah, I would say it's right around like minus 850. So Merab was scheduled to fight Ray Borg. Ray Borg's primarily a grappler, decent hands. The guy he's fighting now is Gustavo Lopez. Gustavo has good power. He's knocked out a few guys in Combate.
He does,
but
yeah.
This is a huge step up in competition. The big deal with him is he has to avoid getting the fight taken to the ground. I don't know if that's going to be possible. I think Merab just kind of handles him on the ground, takes him down a lot, and cruises to a decision.
I mean, yeah, when you got the guy that's leading the division in takedowns per fight, right?
Yeah, he took Casey Kenny down like 8-9 times.
And Kenny's no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny's for real, dude. And for him to fucking dominate like that,
yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that Merab's got this easily by the bag. You just don't want him to be smart, because I do think, he's not as sharp as on the feet. Definitely. He's kind of a little bit slow. He's methodic in that sense, but I mean, he can definitely take some damage too.
Yeah, no, he can. Yeah, he can take some hard shots.
He can absorb some shots, and he's always just driving, looking to take the fight down. And I think he does that relentlessly. I mean, over and over and over until this just gets old. And at some point, I mean, that's got to just take the life out of
Lopez,
your opponent.
right.
Yeah, Lopez. So, that's a clear choice for me. My bookie doesn't have it on the table yet. We'll see what they come at tomorrow. We'll go from there.
Yeah, hopefully it's somewhat bettable. But like we said, a lot of these fights on this card really aren't. So we move on now. Mariah Agapova. She's facing another replacement fighter here in Hannah Cyphers, who just fought 2 weeks ago. What is the line here?
So Agapova comes in at minus 371. Cyphers comes in at plus 296. Over and under 2.5. Over minus 170. Under plus 140.
Man,
it's crazy, man.
These lines are
getting brutal because it's like the only thing that's being bet right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's nuts. But man, Cyphers fucking she's not as bad as people think. She's got great she's just a great striker. I mean, she's a good striker.
Yeah.
She's strong, she's tough. But I don't think she stands a chance against this is another fight. I mean, it's just like she's gonna dominate on the ground probably, and I don't know. What do you think? I think she takes it.
So Agapova is a lot bigger than Hannah Cyphers.
A lot.
Hannah Cyphers is 5'1". Agapova is 5'6", 5'7". Cyphers, if it stays on the feet, she's too small to really get inside. Agapova can just use her length and reach and just out kickbox her pretty convincingly.
She's very smooth getting in and out too, which is gonna fucking be a big problem for Cyphers, who is the only inside kind of boxer kind of.
Yeah. She likes to muddy the fight up more and just make it dirty. And I think Agapova she could take her out, honestly. I think she could get a finish. And as Clint is mentioning here, it is up a weight class. So Cyphers, already a pretty small girl, had to put on an extra 10 pounds against a more natural flyweight there at 125. And Agapova, should have it.
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
clearly.
she's got good 1-2s, overhand right. She's always getting better at their hands. She's freaking, like you said, a great grappler. I mean, she's strong. She's huge. She's got some good front kicks, side kicks to the body she likes to go to. She's going to win this fight, I think, pretty easily. She does like the brawl, too, so she will engage. She'll get close. She does have that good range, in and out movement. Man, that's going to be, I think, like, let me look at the inside 3 here.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty sharp.
Nothing
look.
yet, so we
Yeah.
can't even look at those. So,
Okay.
yeah, we're just gonna have to go with freaking Maria here, and
Yeah, see if there's
we'll
an
deal with the
under.
props
Yeah.
tomorrow on the live line. I mean, that's the best bet here.
Yeah, so we move on to the first fight. It seems that doesn't have a replacement. Jordan Espinoza going up against Mark De La Rosa.
Yep. So Espinoza comes in at -180. De La Rosa comes in at +150. Over and under 2.5. Over 2.5 is -120. I'm sorry, 220. Under is +180. Man, this is a little bit tougher fight. I think a little bit more even. Man, this is just, it's like, I think that this is going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be entertaining. Both of them need to win.
Yeah.
Both of them have to win because
Yeah, for me, Mark De La Rosa
has to win.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think he should be in the UFC.
Exactly. I don't either.
The last card, it was him. It was like a hometown type card. It was him and his wife. They both fought together. He lost. The wife won again.
Mhm.
So,
and that's what scares me about this, though. Is like, dude, how much motivation is going to have? Because we know that Espinoza can get submitted. Like he kind of gives up easily when he gets in that situation.
yeah, he didn't look great against Schnell or Perez. And
No.
Before that, he's kind of he's quick. So, like, I think he's going to have a little bit of a speed advantage. But again, I think De La Rosa is probably the little better grappler if it stays standing. I think Espinoza has the advantage. It's a tough one. Originally, I thought Espinoza was pretty safe. Then you watch more of his fights, and man, when he gets not even taken down, it's just like you're saying,
gives up.
Yeah, when the fight gets to the ground, it's like, what are you doing? You got to move like shrimp, dude. Do a little something because Perez just worked that arm triangle pretty easily and got it, and Schnell just tapped him out super quick. And De La Rosa does have good jiu-jitsu. So it kind of depends where this fight takes place. On the feet, I favor Espinoza. On the ground, De La Rosa. Man, I'm going to go with the dog here. First dog pick. I'm going to take De La Rosa. I think he can steal a close decision.
Yeah, so, man, this is a tough one, like you said, but I'm going to go ahead and take the opposite side. I'm going to Espinoza. To me, he's the better wrestler. He does have the quicker hands. He is fast, like you said. He gets in and out. He's going to be the quicker guy. I like how he recovers. When he gets cracked, he recovers quick. The thing I don't like about Espinoza is the two things. He said he panics on the ground, which you don't want to do that against De La Rosa because he is a true black belt, I believe.
Yeah, De La Rosa is really good on the ground. Yeah,
and then two, he man, what was I? Where is he at? Man, I just lost it. I'll think of that in a second. But so I'll go to the things I like about him. He's a good wrestler. He's constantly working on his jiu-jitsu skills, according to his camp. He's quick with his hands, although De La Rosa is underrated a little bit in his hands. He's got good hand speed.
Yeah, his last fight was kind of a little bit of a firefight with Paiva, and then he just got clocked.
Yeah, and he might be even a little bit of a better inside boxer than Espinoza. But Espinoza can get in and out really good with his range.
Yeah, I think that's their
and
that
he's so
should be
fucking
their
fast.
Game plan.
So that's
that
what
should be their game plan.
And I think he's got good double leg hooks. He can get those legs, and he can constantly take De La Rosa down. I don't know if he wants to do that, but if he does, he can stay in decent top position. He can move and float really well. And he's got great freaking elbows and arms. He's always looking to ground and pound. De La Rosa, to me, man, I just don't know, man. He seems a little touchy-feely on the chin. We'll use that name later, touchy-feely, but he's a little bit soft in the chin, I think. He does expose himself, and I don't know, just the speed alone, I think, is going to bother him a little bit. Although, I don't know how noticeable it'll be, but I do think Jordan will be the faster guy in there. And I think going to be motivated to win this fight. I'm
Okay.
going Jordan.
So we're going to split there, and now we're going to move on
And I
to
still didn't think of my number 2 point. It pisses me off.
perhaps the people's main event, Andre Touchy-Feely taking on Charles Air Jourdain.
So Andre Touchy-Feely comes in at minus 240. Air Jourdain comes in at plus 200. Over and under 2.5. Over minus 180. Under 2.5 is plus 150. What you got?
Under 2.5 plus 150.
Under 2.5 plus 150.
See, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. So this is if it stays standing, this is going to be a really good competitive fight. But Andre Feely trains Alpha Male with Faber and the boys, good wrestlers. And Feely's he's faced some hard guys. So his last fight, he lost a close decision versus Sadiq Youssef. Before that, he looked incredible taking out Shaman Moraes. Feely's good. Feely's really good. He uses good length, good punching, good jabs, good kicks. And he just has the background with the wrestling to where if it gets like a dog fight, he can fall back on that to steal the rounds, to cement himself on the rounds. Charles Jourdain, his last fight's by far the best one of his career. He knocked out Doohoo Choi, I believe, in South Korea.
You could say Choi's fucking on his back.
Yeah. So, because Choi, Choi, I don't know what it is with their game plans, but they're non-existent apparently because he's had some bad, tough fights. He was a stand-up fighter, knockout artist, and then he just gets in these wars and his chin doesn't hold up. Charles Jourdain does a lot of fun, crazy stuff, spinning kicks, knees, elbows.
They call him Air for a reason.
Yeah, he's a wild man out there.
He likes jumping and doing that knee, fucking flying knee over and over again.
Yeah, he does a lot of crazy shit. And then Feely should be the taller guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he should be the bigger guy in there. And I just think he has a little more ways to win. Again, if this fight stays standing, it can be a good war, like a close fight. But I think Feely, and we've seen it even in a few of these fights where the guys, they'll decide to take it to the cage and clinch. What was that fight last week where it was horrible? I can't think of it.
Was it the one with Jocko?
Yeah, it was. It was after the Jocko fight, but it was like that, and we were just kind of like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then I think that's what Feely could implement. I like Feely here. I just think he's a little bit of a step up too much right now for Jourdain. But Jourdain, he's going to have a career in the UFC, and he's good.
I mean, fucking Feely just almost beat Youssef, and some people say it's arguably. I thought Feely won.
Yeah, it was a very good close fight.
He took him down. He took him down, not at will, but he took him down quite a bit.
Yeah.
And Feely, man, he's so fucking underrated. I love the dude. He's one of my favorite fighters. I cashed a lot of tickets on this guy. Dude, he's got good jabs, strong inside kicks. Straight right overhands. The guy's, like you said, he's working with Team Alpha Male.
Mm-hmm.
Good wrestler, improving grappler. He has a really nice double leg. His timing and explosion on it's fucking awesome. And man, I think and he's such a good counter striker. That's the thing about this guy too. He's so precise and so good at counter striking. He can walk back, and someone like Jourdain, who is going to come in and be a little sloppy and wild.
Yeah.
Feely's going to be able to touch him up at will with that counter striking.
Yeah.
But Feely plays down a little to his competition. That worries me. And the one thing I remember Feely got dropped that one time by some spinning back fist by a fucking Miles Jury or some shit.
I remember he fought Jury. Yeah. I mean, he's gotten dropped before.
Yeah.
So he's gotten finished. Yeah.
But that doesn't take it away. Jourdain to me is just too green here. Yeah, he might clip the guy. There's always a puncher's chance. But dude, I don't think he's gonna win this fight. Philly's too fucking good. He's on a mission. He's got something to prove, dude. He's awesome. I love Feely, and I think he's better in all aspects of this fight. And I'm going Feely all the way.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like Feely here. Clint saying he's taking the dog and the under. I do like the under, Clint. I do like.
Yeah, I don't mind that under either because it could be a quick I mean, especially if you're on Jourdain, you're banking on a
like a
you're banking
knockout,
on a
like a
KO.
finish.
I mean, let's
Yeah.
be honest, because Charles comes in pretty fucking viciously and pretty sporadically, if you ask me. And sometimes that's a bad game plan. The thing that saves his ass is he's tough as shit and he's fucking durable.
Right.
Like he can take a beating too. But I'm going Philly here. I just think at the worst he can outpoint him, maybe even submit him.
Well, even with what you said, it's interesting because with Jourdain, when he fought the black guy Green, he was doing that where he was coming in, and it just took 1 second. Green went under and took him down at will.
Yeah,
pretty easily. Yeah.
And that's the thing. His takedown is pretty weak, and Philly's got that double leg that he shoots in on real explosively, and I think he controls it that way.
Yeah, that would be a pretty smart way for his corner to do it. So we move on to another fight that is good here. We have Charles Rosa, Boston Strong, just fought a few weeks ago against Bryce Mitchell, taking on Kevin Aguilar, the Angel of Death.
Kevin Aguilar is coming in on my bookie at minus, Jesus, it's gone up huge, minus 195. This shit opened at like minus 140, I think.
Yeah, it was closer for sure. Yeah.
Kevin Aguilar comes in at minus 195. Rosa comes in at plus 160, over and under 2.5, over minus 210, under plus 170. What you got, man?
Yeah, so this one, Charles Rosa just, I wasn't high on him his last fight against Bryce Mitchell, and then before that he got not a fluky win, but it was kind of like, you get taken down, you get the armbar from the bottom, the ref doesn't even know if the guy taps, and then like he taps against Bermudez. Aguilar, I think here is pretty good. Aguilar's got good striking, good kicking, good takedown defense, and I guess the big deal with Rosa is, if he gets you down, he's going to tap you out. He's going to tap Aguilar out. I don't think he's going to get Aguilar down. Rosa is a pretty big guy, though, so maybe he clinches up against the cage, does a lot of that. But if this fight stays standing for a period of time, Aguilar's going to jab the hell out of him. Like, he's just going to jab, straight right all day. I was really high on Aguilar for a while, and then he got pretty tough matchup with Dan Iggy. Iggy's pretty underrated. Iggy kind of cracked him a few good times. And he got kind of thrown to the wolves against Zubara Tukov. Zubara's one of the Khabib type boys, who's a massive hitter. And when you fight those guys, so I like Aguilar here. I like this fight to be kept standing, Aguilar to win a decision pretty clearly.
Yeah,
I like Aguilar here quite a bit.
I love it too, man. This is, to me, a pretty safe play. One of my safer plays of the night. I mean, dude, he's such a good, tight inside boxer. He's tough as nails. He's gritty. He's got heart.
Yeah, and he's fought like so many fights. Like, he's fought forever. He never got the call up to the UFC. He really had to work for it. And then, he just came in and wins fights.
Yeah. One thing I wish you would do is kick a little more. He has, Aguilar has some good switch kicks and things like that. He just doesn't use them enough. But his 1-2 combos, his overhand right, he's got tons of power. He can pick his shots. He's going to have the clear advantage on the feet, so he can pick and choose his battles. Like, he doesn't have to go swarming in, although he is a pretty smart but aggressive guy. He doesn't really overextend himself when he's going in these crazy combos and things like that, but his overhand has knockout power. I mean, one punch power. Like, he can knock Rosa out, I think. Rosa, on the other hand, he's a tough guy, more of a karate guy, of course, with the jiu-jitsu background. But his stance is more karate, the switch stance, the fucking wide stance, he does these side kicks and shit like that. And I don't think that's going to fly with Aguilar, man. Aguilar is bigger, I think, or what do you think?
Rosa's taller. Rosa's 3 inches taller.
You think, yeah, so he's taller.
Yeah, so he'll probably have a little more bulk to him, a little more size to him, but I don't think that should factor too much.
And after what Rosa just went through, you think he'd be motivated, but dude, he got fucking just dominated by Mitchell.
Yeah, he could.
And Mitchell's great and all, but he's and he's not even. I mean, Mitchell's by far better at grappling and things than Aguilar, but Aguilar's no slump on the ground either. He's a decent wrestler. He gets up very good. He scrambles well, and he can take tap control. I like Aguilar a lot here, man. I think he knocks this dude out.
Yeah, no, I do like Aguilar too. I mean,
if he
under
doesn't knock him out,
is
if he doesn't knock him out, he's going to outpoint him for sure.
Yeah, under 2.5 is a pretty good plus number. So.
I don't think he'll get submitted. I don't think Rosa will submit him, but Rosa's only clear path to victory.
Yeah, because Rosa, a lot of the fights you see, he's prone to kind of just lay there and be like, oh, come to the guard.
Come
exactly. Down here. And then, I mean, Aguilar's, he's not just going to jump in and get put in a triangle.
No.
So, so we move on here. Co-main event, another fight that's been rescheduled a couple times. Carl Baby K Roberson taking on Marvin, the Italian Dream Vittori. Pretty big fight for both guys, and maybe besides Jordan Feely, the most important fight on this card.
Yeah, and K. Robinson's already missed weight, twice?
Yeah, he missed weight by 5 pounds today.
I mean, he's getting
yeah, it's pretty
Vittori's
brutal.
Getting money, fucking not even having to do anything.
Yeah,
he's like getting the 30% purse or whatever.
Yeah.
He's a second time doing this shit, though. He's okay. He's happy. Dude, this is a pretty good fight, I think. I think it's going to be a little bit longer than we think. But to me, Vittori has all the clear advantages. Robinson has the advantage probably on the feet. He does come from the the kickboxing background and all. He got good power, athletic, very dangerous. Wicked needs to the body. I mean, he's a good guy, dude, but I think Vittori has the clear advantage in the wrestling department.
Yeah.
And I think he takes it there, man. I think he out wrestles this guy. He makes the fight long and nasty, gets him on his back, ground and pounds Robinson. He doesn't want to stand with the kickboxer, that's for sure. I mean, although they're two kind of different types of fighters, Vittori is very good at striking too. He's got all the right angles.
Yeah.
He's more of a traditional like UFC MMA like striker.
Right.
As opposed to Robinson, who's sharp, quick, tight with his kicks. More
kickboxing. Yeah. So Robertson's definitely gonna throw more kicks.
Yeah.
For sure.
So those things do scare me, and I think those kicks will bother Marvin enough to say, Marvin, fuck it, dude. I'm gonna take this guy down and just start pounding the fuck at him. So
right.
I like Marvin all the way. I mean, it's not by any means a clear safe bet for me, but I like him to win.
Yeah. So I do agree there. So Marvin, he's, I don't want to say he's gotten kind of like a raw deal, but so he's fought a lot of good fighters in the UFC, including current middleweight champion Israel Adesanya, and then he beats Cesar Ferreira and just out dominates Andrew Sanchez. Vittori's I think he can easily take what Robertson throws at him. I don't think he's too worried about getting knocked out. The worry is the leg kicks, and we've seen it twice so far, where just leg kicks have stopped UFC fights. I don't think Robertson's going to stop him with leg kicks, because I think Vittori, after he gets hit with 2 or 3 of them, like you said, he's going to be like, F this, and just clinch him up and drag him to the ground. And once he gets him to the ground, Vittori's going to beat him up pretty good.
He might even submit him. I mean, he's got that in his back pocket too. So
and he said that he wants to punish him. So maybe Vittori's going to come out like a house on fire, throw a lot, get him to the cage, take him down, and just pound him. Because Robertson, you missed weight by 5 pounds, so you gotta wonder, how's your cardio?
He came in at what, 190?
Yeah, 190. Yeah,
Jesus, yeah.
So,
dude, I mean. And that's kind of, I mean, is Robinson going to come out and shock the world here? Is he going to fucking knock this dude out? Vittori's tough.
I don't think he has the power to just one shot knock out Vittori. I think he
has the power. I just don't think he's going to. But
I just don't see him landing one like straight solid shot. Like, you don't see that a lot. Granted, we saw it with Garbrandt. Garbrandt literally threw from his hip to knock out a Sun Tzu, where he literally threw with all his might. That's not going to happen here.
Yeah. I think it's Robinson's only path to victory is to chop those legs and just annoy the shit out of him and, try to catch Vittori slipping in hopes Vittori wants to keep it standing. Then maybe he can outpoint him.
Yeah, but even then, I think Robertson's going to do the leg kicks, and then Vittori's just going to come with straight shots and charge at him.
Yeah.
And once he charges at him, he's going to get a body lock and drag him down.
I could see that totally.
So, I like Vittori by I guess decision, but an under is not a sneaky decent look. So move on to the main event. Yeah, that was the co-main event. So now we're on the main event.
Already.
Jessica Ivy against Cynthia Calvillo. I did not make weight, but it wasn't by much, like half a pound or something. So it's not like a huge deal, but she didn't look good at the weigh-in at all. So this fight should be close to a pick'em.
Yeah, it is. Well, not anymore actually, but it's Calvillo comes in at minus 140. Eyes catching the points plus 110. Over and under 4.5. Over minus 220. Under plus 180. Man, this is a close fight, but this is tough because Jessica, to me, she's a tough chick, man. She's been around. She's got experience. She's got a good boxing game. I mean, she's a good striker. She keeps us on the feet. I think I would give it to her. But Calvillo came out and she said she wants to take the shit to the ground. I mean, she's got a lot of submissions. She's more of a, that's, to me, she's very dangerous on the ground. That's her thing.
Yeah.
So I think she's going to take advantage of that. She's going to go for it and get her on the ground and submit her. I mean, that's what I think. I think it's going to happen too inside the 5 rounds.
Yeah. So yeah, it's 4.5 and under is like plus 160.
Now this was weird because I was fucking like leaning and then we saw that shit today at weight, and how do you back someone that says they can't stand? Although later when they stared off, she looked fine.
Yeah. She seemed to like get rehydrated. And,
so who knows if it really is going to affect her or not. But even then, I don't think she has a big enough advantage standing as Calvillo has on the ground.
Yeah, with the grappling.
Yeah, with the grappling. So, but she is Jessica I is a little bit underrated of a wrestler. She's a decent wrestler if you take away the jiu-jitsu. And then she's got good hand speed, good jabs, good straight right. She loves fucking using those hooks and she puts together some nice combos. But man, I don't know, dude. I just have a feeling Cynthia basically said it. I watched it before I left the house that she has a plan and she wants to get this to the ground, obviously. And I think that's where she's going to submit
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good look, Cynthia, by submission. But yeah, so I'm all over Cynthia Calvillo. She came to the UFC with quite a bit of hype. She came in and she was immediately promoted very well. Good submission, very good wrestling, good grappling, and she's shored up her striking enough. My big deal is if you watch the last fight she fought against Marina Rodriguez, that girl is a beast standing with good Muay Thai, good knees, good kicks, good punches, and she took some abuse, but she kept coming forward. And then in round 3, she got her down and beat the hell out of her. I don't think Jessica I can put that much abuse on her like Rodriguez did. I think I could jab, move, and stuff, but then you factor in she missed weight. She didn't look great. 5-round fight. And Calvillo's moving up. She was at 115. She's up to 125. She should be stronger, more durable. Maybe her cardio is going to be up there even more. Push the pace. I really like Calvillo. Even before the weight snafu sort of happened, I was leaning Calvillo pretty hard. And then, I don't know, I think this is a pretty nice spot. Again, the last time there was a pick'em main event that I can remember like this, I had Kevin Lee versus RDA, and Lee gassed out. But I don't think that's going to happen with Cynthia. And like we're saying, even standing, we'll say it's 60-40 I. Grappling, I think it's more 80-20 Calvillo.
The thing that's weird, though, is Calvillo, for someone being better in the wrestling, she's not great at wrestling, but she's good at the jiu-jitsu. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's just getting your opponent down, and she's good with maintaining the position.
Maintaining the position. That's the one scary thing, though. She doesn't do enough usually on top. Yeah, I've seen her throw elbows and really bang, but then other times I've seen her just kind of lay there and keep position.
Yeah,
so that scares me a little bit that she's not active.
That could be when she was missing weight all those times. Now she moved up.
Another thing that scares me too is is an experience. I mean, she's an underrated wrestler, but
yeah, she's fought forever. Yeah.
Once she gets down to the ground, I think it's a clear advantage. Man, this is hard for me because, like I said, I was leaning I, but after the weight today, I'm flipping my pick.
Yeah, so I'm rolling with Cynthia here. That under would be a sneaky good look, but
Yeah, the under, I think it's inside. I think it ends inside. If it's going to end Calvillo, if I think she's going to sub her
mhm.
within 5 rounds. So yeah, the under is plus 180. You get that now, it'd be a good under.
Yeah, that's a pretty good look. So yeah, so that's the very short 10 fight card for UFC Vegas 2. We can go with a best bet. What do you have, Jeff, for a best bet?
My best bet is going to be, and I was going to probably go Aguilar Feely parlay. I like both. I like both those guys. I mean,
Yeah, let me.
Ophelia would be awesome. But she's minus $650. I'm not going to do that.
Oh yeah, Julia Avila, yeah.
Vettori, I think he wins, but I'm not as confident in him.
So you're getting on a Feely, who's their guy? Aguilar parlay. You get plus 120.
Plus 120, and then I'll go that route.
Okay.
I'll do that. I like both individually too. I would take them straight up each.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the main event. I'm going to take Cynthia Calvillo, minus 140. Yeah, that's what it is. I've seen, line shop a bit. You can maybe get a little better line, but I like Cynthia Calvillo there. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
We're going to be on tomorrow live during the shows.
Yeah.
We have a new thing we do every Saturday night during the show. We load up $500 into my bookie. We try to flip it into as much money as we possibly can per event, and we keep track that way. So that's something fun we usually do. We got shirts for sale. Go check out our website. Talkin Hands, Fight Island shirts, baby.
Yeah. Go on the website, check out the merchandise. We'll be live tomorrow.
Shout out to the sponsors real quick. Yep. Natural Heights. Go visit them here in San Antonio, 1880 Nacogdoches Road. Find them in the phone book, Facebook. If you suffer, they're a CBD company. If you suffer from stress, anxiety, joint pain, PTSD, insomnia, any of that stuff, go visit those guys. They're great.
Yeah, phone number 210-592-1060. As always, we're here live in San Antonio, Texas at Southtown 101 Bar and Grill. Come down, get some food, get some drink. We're opened. Restaurants are now open to 75%. Bars are still, I believe, 50%. So, yeah, we're cruising there. If you want to bet, upload deposit some money, mybookie.ag. 50% deposit bonus match.
They usually have fair lines, man, and they have good live lines too. So that's what I really like about them. And they have a shit ton of props, so I love that.
Yeah.
And man, we're gonna be live. Come join us. We have fun every week. We got always great reactions, exciting reactions. You don't know if we're gonna win, lose. We each have side bets going on. I mean, there's all kinds of shit. It's madness, and sometimes we get really pissed though.
Yeah, and we might have we might be joined by some special guests tomorrow. So tune in. And yeah, so thanks for everyone watching, listening. We'll be back here tomorrow, 8 p.m. for a live reaction. See you guys. Have a good one.